Hi, welcome to Luxury in Moderation, where we appreciate the finer things in life without going overboard. So today we have a very special guest star, and that would be this Hermes Kelly. So I will start off by sharing the specs. It is a Kelly 28 retourne style, as you can see. I believe it is in a clemence leather, although I can't be sure. And this very special bag was my mother's, which she very generously passed on to me this past December. So the first and main thing that I wanted to share in this video is about the stickers on Hermes bags. I will get into the story of this bag as well, but just so that we kick off with the main information that you want to know, this bag is between 15 and 20 years old. I can't remember the exact year that my mother received her, but she left the stickers on this entire time. And she did not wear it much. She left it in its Hermes box, and she lives in a very humid climate. So the main reason why I want to talk about stickers is because I know there's a ton of recommendations out there where it's like, do you take them off immediately? Do you leave them on? What is happening? So I wanted to give you guys a very clear example of what happens when you leave the stickers on. For this video, I left on one big sticker in this lock plate, this right here. I will show clips of where I took the stickers off all the other hardwares already, but I wanted to do this live for you guys on camera. And hopefully it will focus, because as you can see, the little studs, I'm assuming, that keep the plate in place, there is green stuff all on top of it. And that is because the sticker, the reaction, it's oxidized. I don't know the correct chemical term, but it is green. Now, don't freak out, because I didn't when I saw that. I had confidence that Hermes quality hardware wouldn't be ruined forever, and I was right. So we see the green on all of that, and this plate, again, still has the sticker on it. All of the other plates had the same green tinge before I peeled it off. So now I'm gonna peel that sticker off live with you guys, and let me tuck this flap over right now because it's getting a little distracting, gosh. Okay, so you can see I have the corner peeled off here, and I am just going to, it's pretty stuck, but I'm slowly peeling it off. There is sticky residue from the sticker here, so I've now peeled it all the way off, and you can see there is green in those corners. So now let's look at the hardware. There is green there. There is glue residue. This is still sticky. Again, this bag has had that sticker on for more than 15 years, going on 20. But when I did that to all of my Sangle hardware, my hardware up here, I just wiped it with a damp cloth and it came off. I haven't even wiped it that well on this Sangle, so there's still, residue streaks up and down. But I did want to leave it on actually to show you in this video, and you can see here, there's still green there, right? So there is a little bit of stuff going on the hardware, but it's not permanent. You can absolutely take, whatever cloth you're comfortable with, like a microfiber cloth, some kind of, very smooth and soft cloth, and wet it and wipe it away, and the hardware will be fine. You will be able to wipe away the glue residue just like you do on, you know, tape sticking somewhere else. So that is the definitive answer of what happens when you leave the stickers on for a very long time. That something will happen and it doesn't look good, but it's not permanent and it's fixable. And especially when you live in a more humid climate, I do believe that it contributed to this type of wear. I think if you lived in a drier climate, you know, it might show up different. It might not be a green chemical reaction. It might be brown or some other color. But when you leave it on for, I think, more than 10 years, I think, you know, things are going to happen to it. So my recommendation based off of this example and seeing it for myself is that I could leave my stickers on for maybe 5 years and probably nothing bad or no chemical reaction would happen. Because I know there are a lot of people out there who do like to keep their stickers on as long as possible because they want to keep the metal hardware from scratching. So I think that, you know, if it's not already peeling, if it's on there pretty good, you probably will have no issues between the first 5 years. Anything after that, as you get up into, you know, 10 years, 15 years, that sticky residue is probably going to do something to the hardware, which you're going to have to clean off later. So that's when I would really recommend just taking the stickers off once you reach that, you know, 5 to 10 year mark. Okay, now that we've gotten that very important topic out of the way, I know some of you are probably curious about this bag, and I will give a few more details about it. So as I mentioned, this was my mother's Kelly, which she was offered somewhere between 15 and 20 years ago. At the time, in the country where she lived, there was a waitlist system. So all she had to do was put her name down and wait until the SA called. But eventually, she did receive the call, and she was able to just purchase this bag without any pre-spend. That waitlist system only exists now in a couple of different European countries. Now, because this bag was from my mother and she did not, you know, she wasn't obsessed about knowing every single detail about the bag. I don't know for certain whether this bag is clemence leather, but that is my guess. It is certainly a grained leather, and I think the grains are pretty large, although it could be togo as well. Personally, I haven't had the most experience with either togo or clemence leather, so I'm not an expert in this area. However, I do know that the leather is pretty soft because you can see that the shape of the bag has already started to, I don't know, sag or relax a little. Again, 20 years ago, my mother wasn't obsessed with getting, you know, inserts, and so there was no thing inside to keep the structure. Right now, I have padded it with some tissue paper that came with the bag, so that's why you see like a little bulge here, and I do store it laying down, which is the way that Hermes recommends that you store their bags. You know how they give you the box with the little pillow for your bag? They do say that you should lay it down when you're storing it. I don't do that for my Birkin, but that is because my Birkin is made out of Epsom leather and it is very firm. But for the Kelly, I'm not loving the shape here, so I think at some point I might buy an insert. But for now, I do just kind of store it on my shelf here, lying down like that, which I think looks okay. Now, other details about the bag. This is the version of the Kelly where is the double D-ring, so the strap has its own D-ring. It's obviously palladium hardware. I did still have to clean up the bag a little bit when I received it. It came with the original orange dust bag, So this was the dust bag that Hermes used before its current rendition. It's all orange. You can see that this dust bag is quite old. My mom washed it, but so it's clean. And here's just a quick look at how all of that orange felt was packaged around the Kelly. So you can see here that very similar to today's storage, you have a felt piece that goes around the lock mechanism. So this orange felt piece was how the bag was delivered. And then there was also a smaller orange pouch that contained the clochette. So my mom did keep the original clochette, of course, with the lock and key and with the same leather. So this was the whole set, as you might say. And when my mother stored this bag in its box for, upwards of 15 years, she didn't take the greatest care of it. Now, we're so obsessed with all these things you need to do with your bags. Back then, I don't think there was that, information or obsession. So there was some white specks on the strap, which was stored inside the bag with the tissue paper. So I think, my guess is that some of the tissue paper remains somehow got stuck to the strap. And the bag did feel a little bit brittle to me, like kind of dry, like dry skin, because it also hadn't been conditioned in a very long time, if ever. So one of the first things that I did was condition the entire bag with the Cole Haan leather conditioner. So I used a clean microfiber cloth and I just rubbed that all over the bag to kind of moisten the leather a little bit. And that leather conditioner also helped to rub off the white specks on the strap. So I swear by that Cole Haan leather conditioner. I think it helps revive leathers of all kinds. It kind of cleans it. I don't know how, but in a safe way, and that's all that matters to me. And then, of course, we had to deal with the stickers on all the hardware. I need to give all of the hardware a good, clean rub. Now, not scrub. I'm not gonna hurt it. I don't want to, put micro scratches on it. But I do need to, get off all the glue residue very gently. And finally, let me talk about using the bag and its functionality, as I've already had the chance to use it quite a lot. I love how easy it is to just throw the strap over my shoulder and go out for the day. I know I am a crossbody girl, even though I specifically wanted a Birkin for my first quota bag versus a Kelly. So when I went to Paris, I specifically asked for a Birkin. I did not want a Kelly yet, but I do love the practicality of the Kelly strap. I'm also a girl who likes to see the singles sag a little bit and relax as time goes by. So that is why I leave them hanging when it's in use or when it's stored. Same for my Birkin. I actually love the fact that the singles are starting to relax a little bit and kind of droop down. I don't like them straight across. That's my personal preference. And yeah, I've just found it a lot more user-friendly than I thought it would be. I thought that when you opened it and, it kind of hung open at this angle, that the handle would kind of jab into my side and it would look all weird and wonky with the shoulder strap on, but it hasn't, it hasn't bothered me much. Of course, it does take a second to get the flap over and to lock it, but it's really much more fluid and easy than I thought it would be. I did go to my local Hermes store and purchase a Twilly for it already, only because not so much for protecting the handle necessarily against my oils or dirt, but just because the bag is black, which of course is a wonderful neutral and matches with a lot of things, but I like a little bit more color in my accessories. That's why most of my bags are not black. And I wanted a really colorful Twilly, one that would have a ton of different colors on it, at least to start with. My two existing Twillys are both pink because that's what I chose for my Birkin handles. But I do love this one that I chose, and I'm just gonna show it off a little bit right here because it is different on both sides. So I think this Twilly came out last year, and a couple other YouTubers have already talked about it. But on one side, you have all of these images of their bag charms. So you can see right here in the middle, there is a little rodeo charm. So how cute is that? And again, it is there's lots of different colors included, reds, yellows, blues. I think it's like missing a little green and purple. I think I would have loved to find a Twilly with those in it, but who knows, maybe I'll get that next time. And then the other side is actually different. So I also wanted a Twilly which was different on either side. So this one you can see is much more like a stripe with some chains detail. Very similar color scheme, but this one had a lot more red in it, which that's why I tied it in that way, because I wanted the red to show up right now. But I do love the fact that the sides are different, so I can choose which pattern and which colors I want to show more depending on my mood. And then I thought this little charm here was very well placed because this is the part where the little triangles hang down once you tie the Twilly on, and it's just a little Hermes, you know, little showing that like, hey, I'm a little Hermes Twilly on a Hermes bag. So that is my Kelly 28 in Noir with palladium hardware. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys if you had any questions about leaving the stickers on, and if you have any more questions about Kelly 28s, I will be very happy to answer them for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your questions and comments in the comments below, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.